Okay, day number 23, I think. Okay, so it is November 17th. It is about to be 8:15 a.m. I am home from my flight lesson, and today was amazing because we did it. We got some really great landings in today. We made 7 approaches. So the first approach down to the runway was great. I felt so comfortable in the airplane, on the climb, on the flight pattern, and then we made a great approach, and the landing was butter. Like, it was so great. It was so smooth. I think my instructor was so shocked. Like, he was just like, okay, probably this is another student. This isn't really Jacob, because it really came in great. But unfortunately, that was also beginner's luck of the first landing of the day. So we went around and we also made a second great approach. And then right when we were going to level off, he says to me, go around. And thankfully, after my experience on, I want to say Saturday, when we were told by the air traffic controller to go around while I was performing a perfect approach, you quickly just have to recognize that you have an instruction and immediately perform the procedures that you need to in a proper and safe go around. So that means we were going to quickly cancel our landing, and we quickly just applied power, got back into a climb position, and started increasing our altitude going up. When we went back around, and I would say like the third and fourth landings were, the third landing was a little dirtier. We came in a little harder. I had pitched up a little too early from our descent. So the next landing we did together, and what we focused on was actually pitching down towards my aiming point and making sure that I hit my aiming point while pitching down, and not just, raising my nose up when I get to my aiming point, but actually getting to the aiming point and then pitching up. The reason why we did that together on the fourth landing was because on the third landing, I had made it like 3/4 down the runway and we hadn't touched down. So I had definitely pitched up a little too early. Really, we made it 3/4 down the runway and I hadn't touched the ground yet. But we were flat and we were just floating. So what changed? So actually, I just want to give a kudos to this guy named Charlie, who makes videos on a YouTube channel called Airplane Academy. And he has one video out there that kind of discusses the mindset of, a student pilot can have when they're landing, and discusses the forces of energy on your airplane, which really assisted me in not being worried about my low airspeed, but actually that airspeed being like a crucial number and a crucial part of the actual final approach. So I just want to give that a kudos. But yeah, it felt really good to get some landings in. So what I know is happening is, generally speaking, we do touch and goes. So that's, we land, we immediately apply full power and go back up. But when I do my solo, according to my instructor, the academy that I'm in requires student pilots, when they're soloing, to actually come to a complete stop on the runway and then line up to take off again. So we're going to practice that tomorrow morning, and then I think Friday morning what we're going to do, if weather permits, is we're going to practice some more maneuvers, because I actually have to take another check ride. So that's like another somewhat practical exam when I go up with another instructor, and they pretty much ask me to perform some certain maneuvers, taking off, landing, stalls, just to make sure that I can pretty much do everything by myself comfortably. And then I think we'll probably have another day of more landings, just, touch and goes, just to get comfortable. And then I think the solo is going to come up. So I mentioned it, I think 2 days ago, but I did order a radio, because I need a radio to communicate with my instructor. We got some visitors, so I need a radio to communicate with my instructor while I'm on my solo, or just like a backup radio. And I actually did get a GoPro, so I'm waiting for that to come, and some of the attachments. This way I can put that in the plane when I do solo. So that's today's update. It's really quick. I got a really busy day up ahead. I have a lot of studying to do tonight, and I want to get to the gym, so I am focused on getting my work done, and then, bringing out my books. So that's it.